Can the Chicago Bears do the impossible and land Micah Parsons? I know it sounds out there, very out there, but don't forget that Ben Johnson coming to the Chicago Bears was seemed as out there for some people as well. And with the current situation in his contract negotiations, could be very well a possibility. But what is, guys? Welcome back to So Back Sports, and I'm so back with another video. And today, let's discuss or talk about the potential idea that the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles, George McCaskey, Kevin Warren, that whole front office goes out there and shocks the world by getting Micah Parsons for this Bears defense. But before we get more into that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Really means a lot to the channel. Really helps me create content like this for you guys. So please feel free to subscribe. We're trying to hit 600 subscribers by the end of this month. I think we can do it. But ignore the background. I'm packing a bit. So, let's get on with the video. So if we go into Micah Parsons' stats as of right now, this past season he had 30 solo tackles, and 12 sacks, which tied for fifth in NFL. Two forced fumbles, which is tied for 23rd, but zero interceptions, obviously. But as you could see right here as well, like he's played only 13 games this season, and the Cowboys as a whole didn't really have much to play for due to the fact of Dak's injuries and them being uncompetitive for most of the year. So that goes without saying with the current hire of Brian Schottenheimer, who is an offensive guy post McCarthy era. And, the whole thing about, is Dallas ready to compete? Is Dallas ready to take that next step and win a playoff game this season? And based on the current roster structure, I don't really see that as possible because right now, you have Dak Prescott, who has gotten his big contract, and CeeDee Lamb, who also got a big contract this past offseason. And Michael Parsons is next up in line for Jerry Jones to go out and pay. And we know Jerry Jones loves his star players on his team. And there could be an opportunity and a chance that Jerry Jones just bites the bullet and pays Michael Parsons. But will paying Michael Parsons really help this team going into this next season? Because as of right now, Michael Parsons is under contract with them for 2025. And the Cowboys did pick up his fifth-year option, but Parsons and the team are hoping to reach a contract extension in the offseason. Parsons signed a 4-year, $17 million rookie contract with the Cowboys in 2021. In 2025, which is this upcoming season, he'll earn a base salary of $24 million, given that the Cowboys have picked up his fifth-year option. So based off of that, we will see whether the Bears will really try to go for him as well. And there's been rumors that the Chicago Bears are interested in Khalil Mack, who has been on the team before leaving to the Chargers, and is looking at, whether to retire or not. But that's a whole different story nonetheless. For Parsons specifically, he specifically said, I understand how the side goes. There are no hard feelings in this business, whether I'm here or anywhere else. I've obviously stated that I want to be here, but at the end of the day, I understand it is the business side. And this was from the Bears Wire. If you want to go check that out, they're really good content for more insights and in-depth analysis. And he also mentioned, if I can quickly show that as well, that he says, I put in a lot of work. I've played too hard too. And so obviously if sides can't agree to those type of things, it just happens like that. But I'm happy just to be here. I'm just going to keep playing hard while I'm here. If I'm here for the next 5 to 6 years, I'm going to be playing hard then too. Ain't nothing really going to make me a difference. Micah's going to play hard. So that's just a little bit of an insight from Micah himself, saying that, it is what it is when it comes to the business side. And it just shows that he can't really control that. And that's true with a lot of players as well. Micah definitely wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. He's mentioned how many times throughout the season that he really wants to win with them. But I just don't see. Maybe it's because I'm a Bears fan. I really want him. And that could be very it. And that's a huge bias. So take my thing with a grain of salt. but I just don't see the way the roster is constructed that if you pay Micah Parsons, can you have a sustainable defense and a sustainable offense as well? Because that's a whole offense side is a completely different thing. But if you have a sustainable defense, you can still be competitive in the league. But if the goal for Jerry Jones and the goal for the Cowboys is to make a deep playoff run, I don't think that's going to happen. And that's just my thinking. And I think that if I were Micah, I would definitely consider options outside of Dallas because you can get a lot of money elsewhere. And from the Bears' perspective, I think you can still get a lot of money and you're not going to a terrible team per se because this team in general, if you want to take a look at the depth chart of this team, like you see the defense, you have Montez Sweat on the other side of you. We have Javon Dexter, Demarcus Walker, T.J. Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, Jalen Johnson, uh, Kevin Byard, Tyreek Stevenson, Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker when he comes back. And we'll definitely invest a lot of players in the offseason as well when it comes to the defensive side, and especially in the draft where there's a key amount of defensive players. So the Chicago Bears are currently trying to create a roster, and with their issues when it comes to getting to the quarterback with just Montez Sweat, Michael Parsons and Montez Sweat would be game wreckers. And it would be a problem for that D line. And it would solve a lot of the issues with this D line because the lack of pass rush could be due to scheming because Eberflus isn't very known to blitz a lot and he really misuses his D line. But with the current roster and with the DC being Dennis Allen would love a Micah Parsons to work with alongside of Montez Sweat. Imagine, just think about it for a second. Imagine a Bears defense with Micah Parsons and Montez Sweat as your two edge rushers. Absolute cinema in my eyes. Like you can call me crazy, but that just it could happen. Like genuinely it could happen. And it's just really like a matter of time where Michael Parson will realize that this team, you know, while it is his fifth year in the NFL, they're trying to, you're I don't think the Cowboys are ready to compete yet. And we don't know because Brian Schottenheimer is a big question mark. I'm not going to say that he's bad because you never know with coaches that are being brought in that they could be good or not. Because he's going to be a first time head coach and it's taking over a team that had McCarthy as your head coach prior. And I felt like it's kind of a downgrade, but who knows? You never know in this league. So then again, I think that it just makes a lot of sense in that sense. And the Bears can have a lot of cap space this year to be able to even pay over the course of the year because of all this roster reconstruction that we have done over the course of Ryan Poles' tenure. And if that contract can be really negotiated, especially when it comes to paying Kyler Gordon and a bunch of contract. We have a lot of contracts that in the offensive side have already been paid. Caleb Williams has not yet paid yet. DJ Moore just got his contract, and Roma Dunze is on a rookie contract. Like, there's so much opportunity for Michael Parsons contract wise to be able to sign with the Chicago Bears, who are known for their defense, and to work with Dennis Allen as a DC and the DC staff that they have could work wonders and could make a potential for the Chicago Bears to even make the playoffs and make a deep run going into the future. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about if Micah Parsons is a good fit or not. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Always remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 600 subscribers by February. I think we can do it. And as always, guys, bear down, and I'll see you guys in the next one.